once again. You know what time it is. It's time for the Taco Homies. You know this guy. Dustin Plates. Mango Wasan. And you are tuned in to us. Yes. How's your week been? Hope it's been good. Hope everybody got to do what they had to do. You know. So, we are going to begin. What do we have to begin with today, Mr. Plates? Sir.
So, FanDuel and cashkings. If y'all pay attention to sports at all, y'all know what it is. It's the fantasy shit. The 1 week fantasy draft leagues. Guys win millions of dollars apparently off that shit. Got themselves into a little bit of legal trouble. Both of them did. They're actually competitors with one another. They're not in cahoots or nothing. But the employees of one site compiled information and bet on the other site. And then the employees of the other site compiled information and bet on the first site. Wow. And so there's employees from both sides really getting hit by the government right now.
Ooh.
Getting hit hard.
You know what that sounds like? You know what it smells like? It smells fishy to me.
Oh, yeah.
It smells fishy. Man. Cahoots?
What it is.
I'm going to put a question mark
it could possibly
behind that, because how is it possible for both of them to be getting information and placing bets
on
another site?
It's just a matter of having grimy dudes working for each website who thought, I could make a quick buck. I got the information. I could take advantage of this shit.
See, now inside shit always sinks the ship.
Yeah.
Always. People get greedy. They want to embezzle. They want to do crazy shit like that.
Yeah,
it costs hundreds of people
fantasy
jobs
football is gambling. If you pay money to do it,
right,
and you get money as a reward,
right,
it's gambling.
Absolutely.
And I've never heard of this before. I mean, ESPN has their own fantasy football leagues. Yahoo has fantasy football leagues. You don't hear about them doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's a matter of guys thinking, oh, it's only 1 week. You know, maybe I can get away with it. Rather than 16 whole, the entire season. But still, it's really shiesty. It's like, I don't know enough information. I don't know how much these dudes were making in the first place. But I bet you they was making some good... I mean, when you're working for a website that's generating millions of dollars, I bet you they're making some
When the
good
government
money.
steps in...
Yeah, when the government steps in, you know you fucked up. And
there's a lot of money missing.
You're paying out your ass.
There's a lot of shit going on. That's crazy right there.
Fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
Just shit popping up.
Hey, somebody thought they had the plan.
Truth of the matter is, when I kind of think about it, and I really have thought about it, I might have tried the same shit if I was working for them.
Hey, and I'm thinking to myself, don't put my name on shit.
Yeah.
But check this out, though.
Aliases.
You know what I mean? That's that When you come into work on Monday, just slap that envelope on my desk, motherfucker, and keep it moving. Don't say shit. Don't write my name on the motherfucker. None of that.
But like I said, it goes back to how much money are you making.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're making decent money, don't fucking risk it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But this is the case of the greedies right here.
Yeah, that's all.
Because if both of them, you know what I mean? Both companies are doing that.
Yeah.
FanDuel, cashkings, come on. Somebody knows something, but they ain't gonna tell. Of course they're not gonna tell.
Yeah.
Why tell? Wow. Kind of wish I had a piece of that action, you know what I'm saying? Tacos!
Next thing, I thought this was kind of special. Luke McCown. Most people didn't know who he was as of 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time that a backup quarterback has an endorsement deal. So I felt like we needed to talk about it a little bit. I don't know if y'all seen the commercial. There is a commercial out there. Y'all can look it up on YouTube. I just did. Yeah. So I know what's up there. Yeah. You're obviously on YouTube watching us. Go check it out. Type it in. Luke McCown's Rising. Because this commercial, first of all, I thought it was funny as fuck. talking about backup power generators, and this was a backup quarterback. And you know, I really thought about like how many starting quarterbacks have endorsement deals,
right?
And this dude is a backup who just got an opportunity to start.
And that's the funny part.
You know, that
as this commercial was going,
he's in the rotation.
You know, Brees gets hurt.
Yeah.
McCown steps in. How crazy is that? Though?
It's fucking it's nuts. I mean, it was fate. And yeah, I mean, I was really thinking about like, okay, there's 32 teams. I can't think of too many quarterbacks. I looked up the numbers. I did some research, y'all. 6 starting quarterbacks have an endorsement deal, big time endorsement deal.
Really, that's it?
That's it.
2 of them are the Mannings.
Most of them, the Mannings kind of count as one because a lot of their commercials they do together.
Right. And you know what? And I looked up their net worth. So
technically 7.
They have the same exact. I mean, you know, what was it, 160 million or something?
You know, these guys like they have local endorsement deals. You know, for the smaller market guys.
Yeah.
You know, they do commercials in their hometowns. But Luke McCown has an endorsement that 25 starting quarterbacks can't get, and that's only because he's a backup.
Right.
So it's almost like rewarding the dude for not being as good as Drew Brees, or
But the thing is, the way they did it,
it's
very. I was about to say,
love it.
It's very marketable, and it's funny.
It's incredible.
It's funny.
This dude, I never even heard of him until this.
And then he steps in.
Yeah. Now he's a name. Now people know him.
Right.
If not from the commercial, from the game. If not from the game, from the commercial.
Right.
But I thought, how cool is that a backup quarterback has an endorsement deal with Verizon? So let's see if there's any more commercials. He'll probably do a couple more. Who knows? Especially now that he's played in the game.
Yeah, especially now the Saints is getting their ass whooped every goddamn week.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kevin. I love you, bro.
Not every team can be winners.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of winners, did you guys see the game last night? Yeah. Well, when you see this, it'll be 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
But, yes.
Fuck 'em! So, I had to bring this up.
What's that?
ESPN poll.
ESPN poll. Oh, goodness. You're not going to talk about what I think you're going to talk about.
Kobe Bryant.
You ready for some ridiculousness? And I'm not talking about that fucking show on MTV. For real?
Kobe Bryant, according to ESPN, is ranked 93 in the NBA right now.
Maybe we should send that shit to the ridiculousness.
Yeah.
On MTV. Because, you know what I mean? They would clown. And I know, oh my. And have Kobe be the guest.
I say, take, and you know what? If he ever was the guest, they probably would.
Did you say 39 or 93?
93.
I was just making sure I wasn't hearing that shit.
Yeah. To understand is there's 32 teams in the league. All right.
We're talking about Kobe Bryant, right?
30 teams. I'm thinking
the Lakers, Kobe Bryant?
Yes. There's 30 teams in the NBA. That means that if you take the top 3 players on every team, the 3rd best player is better than Kobe on every single team, including the Lakers. So back to where we was at. Originally, they had Kobe listed as 163, ranked 163. Now, if you do the math, there's 30 teams in the league. If you count all 5 starters, that's 150 players. That means what they're saying is, not only is Kobe Bryant worse than every single starter in the NBA, but worse than 13 benched players in the NBA. And it's like, come on! I get the dude was injured. The last 3 years have been awful for him. He's played what is the equivalent of 1/2 of a season, 42 games, in the last 3 years. I get it. And that includes 1 year where he only got to play 6 games.
There are
damn
active players that don't measure up to Kobe sitting on the fucking bench. And that's real. Who came up with this number?
This was the ESPN poll. So I don't know if this was voted by fans. I believe it was voted by actual professional analysts.
Ooh. 93?
Because I was watching Fresh Take and Stephen A. Smith talked about it and how,
I want to know, where's Derrick Rose on this list?
My thing is this. Name a shooting guard right now that's better than Kobe.
Thank you.
could give you if he's healthy this year, Paul George. I could admit that. Kobe would be number 2 to Paul George. But there's no other shooting guard. Dwayne Wade's washed up. He had an excellent year last year, but he's.
I mean, I say this, when it counts,
yeah,
you know, D Wade will show up. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, another injury-prone person.
Yeah,
D Wade.
Yeah, exactly. What's up with these shooting guards, man?
Hey, when you're out there and you're trying to.
These guys are the slashers, you know.
And yeah, exactly. When you're trying to win that game and put that nail in the other team's coffin, you know, you have to step it up, especially on those nights when nobody's doing shit on your team and you got to take that shit into your own hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and
it's a new day. These guys, these younger cats, they're coming in, they're fucking strong, and they're faster, and they're just...
It's a totally different... They're friendlier. It's a totally different game.
Yeah.
And it's so it's like you got these old heads like Kobe and Tim Duncan and KG, you know, in a way that are like, no. And then you got, you know, a lot of these younger players, and when I say younger players, I mean not even the youngest players. I'm talking about veterans from the, you know, middle age of the NBA career, guys like LeBron, Kevin Durant, guys like that, and under. You know, you see these guys taking pictures together and going out to dinner together, and they're playing on different teams. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I couldn't see Kobe and Reggie Miller doing that. I couldn't see Jordan and Isaiah doing that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
Well, there's a lot we don't know.
Because, there is a lot.
You know, a lot of those guys were real... Especially after the experience of back then, the Dream Team.
Just last year,
you know what I mean?
Just last year, Kobe and Rajon Rondo were seen eating dinner together. So to a certain extent, but these dudes are good friends. They are actually friends before NBA. You know, Kobe contacted this dude when he was in college. And it was ironic that they ended up, you know, he ended up playing for the Celtics and they had to be rivals for, you know, four years. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a different game and it's just it's so much different. And
see, the game right now, if you look at it now as compared to back then, there's so much money and so many like endorsements and individuals like back. Okay, let's say there's a lot of Dennis Rodmans. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because back then it was just Dennis Rodman doing the crazy shit. And now you see how these guys are dressing with this weird shit and. You know, they're trying to stand out. That's how they, you know, getting these endorsements. Well, you have to make a character of yourself.
You got to become a brand.
I mean, you know, when I go out on stage with the mic, I'm not, you know, who I am. Yeah. I'm playing kind of like a character in a way. When you're, you know, so.
And it's like, these guys, when they get their endorsement deals, they make way more off of them endorsements than they do playing ball.
Absolutely.
So it shows to be worth it. You know what I'm saying? When Dwayne Wade comes out with thick-ass glasses that I would not even wear.
Yeah. I mean, half these guys look crazy.
Yeah. Russell Westbrook.
I was just about to say, you took the words out of my mouth. Russell Westbrook, good.
I'm like, man, when did this become fashion?
Dude, I'm like, you look like an extra in like... what's that movie?
To me, he looks like
Fast Times at Ridgemont High or some shit.
He looks like one of the generic nerds from Saved by the Bell.
Yo, I mean, like somebody walking past, like this motherfucker got on some crazy ass shit.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't want to get it right.
Oh, that just don't make no sense to me.
Not at all.
But I mean, to get back on topic, Kobe was pissed off last year when he was ranked number 45, and he came out. He was scoring 26 points a game. Many people attribute the fact that he broke the record for most missed shots in the history of the NBA last year, and that kind of hurt his image and brought him down a couple spots.
But you know, when you're injured,
like, man,
you get rusty when you play.
They say, here's the thing.
You know,
when you're good enough that your coaches and your teammates are willing to allow you to take that many shots, it says something. He's got a shooting average throughout his career of above 45%. So the fact that he's missed that many shots, think of how many he's made.
Right.
Number 3 all-time scoring, just surpassed Michael Jordan. I mean, How much more can you say about the dude? The last 3 years have been awful for him. And I've been saying, if he played 3 good seasons instead of 3 awful seasons, he'd probably be above Karl Malone right now. He'd probably be number 2. I believed, because I watched the evolution of Michael Jordan, retiring twice, coming back, play until he was 42 years old. And I always thought to myself, when Michael can play until he's 42, I know Kobe can. And I always thought, I did the math and realized if Kobe scored 18 points a game until he was 42, he'd have that number 1 record. He would beat Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and be the number 1 all-time scorer. I don't think he plans on playing until he's 42. And of course, he had 3 just years where he just wasn't playing.
Right.
So it's like, you don't think of those kind of things. And it's like, damn. What could have been? I don't think. I obviously don't think. I think he's gonna be number 3 forever now. I think that's where he's gonna be. Some people think this might be his last year. If it's not, next year is definitely his last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're talking about Kevin Durant might come to the Lakers next year. So
Kevin Durant.
I mean, I guess members of Kevin Durant's camp said that he wants to go play for the Lakers if he doesn't re-sign. His number 1 place is OKC. His number 2 place is the Lakers.
Did you see the little beef he had with Stephen A. Smith?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Stephen A. is my boy, man.
Yeah. That dude is legit.
And, Kevin Durant, he has made it, obvious that he doesn't want to deal with media and all this other shit.
Yeah.
You said this before, this whole situation. Calling Stephen A. a liar and all that shit, that's crazy, I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't get down with that. I didn't like that one bit.
Taco!